Look at that shiny head. Hi. I don't know if this is working. Let's see.
Wash your beard.
There you go. Check one. See what the drag is on this thing. Is there a 10-second delay in case I go naked? Wow. It's really a delay. Anyway, I'm going to show you my charts in a second. Today is the most important day of the year. It's Limbo Day. It's one of the last Limbo days. Yeah, I don't know why it's so white. I'm white. You know, you can trust a guy that puts out flex fit hats. These are the best hats I've ever had. And we'll be making our Dow 50,000 hats coming this Christmas, kids. So with your membership, you get a t-shirt, you get everything that I do, and you're going to get a flex fit Dow 50,000 hat. And on the back, it says, "We never go down, asshole." This is my buddy's firm out in Ocean County. We went out there a decade ago. Rest in peace, my boy Kenny Scordo, tennis player extraordinaire, trader, fantastic guy. Goddamn cancer. 6. But really what I'm here today is our first sponsor on our show, Death Wish Coffee, everybody. For the guy that can't get up in the morning by 9:15, Death Wish Coffee. There's a warning on the back. It says the world's strongest coffee. So again, the greatest marketing ever. You put a skull and crossbones on anything, I'm buying it. I remember they put out cigarettes with skulls and crossbows on it. It said, "Please don't smoke these." I was like, "Can I get 3 of those, please?" So for you guys out there looking for marketing ideas, skulls, skulls, skulls. The coffee costs 50% more than anything on the shelf. I'm buying it. So we were afraid. We only cut it with our regular coffee. Tomorrow we're going to go full Death Wish, and I'll let you know how it is. Right now we're drinking it cut with some Pete's and a little hint of Jamaican in there, I think. But tomorrow we're going full-blown Death Wish coffee. So let's show you the chart for today, and I'm going to show you why I don't really work too hard. I'm going to spend the rest of my day calling people today to tell them that I could show you how not to get a real job for the rest of your life. And here it is. Let's see if it works. It's probably not going to work because I'm doing it on the fly. It's not going to work because I don't even have my platform lit up. But I will light it up for you. But I was really here to talk about Death Wish Coffee. And the IPO lift, right? Isn't it fantastic how if you're not catching on, never go with something that's popular, okay? The popular trade, they call it the crowded trade, right? Or the overdone trade, or the hyped trade, right? A hyped trade, generally not a good trade. But take a look at the other IPOs that you didn't hear too much about. Tiger, which is still sitting here with a 50% gain. By the way, Lyft today was a good buy because obviously everybody's starting hating on it. We bought it once today, and that was it. Now, I actually still have my 22 shares on. But the trade of the day right now was U.S. Steel, if you could believe that. And I'll show you as soon as the platform comes up. But right now, the folly of this market continues to be that it doesn't seem like the market goes down ever. But if you pick 4 stocks right now, chances are 3 out of 4 of those stocks that you pick will suck. Miracle of miracles, right? One of the go-tos has been a winner, UVXY short, always. No matter what you think, it's a short. And this is one of those moments right now, how important it is to realize how terrible UVXY is. If you're really convinced that this market's going into a earnings recession, or we're going to have a really bad quarter, or we're going to have a lot of negative things to get over, or you think the market's overbought, or whatever negative feeling you've had about the market, you would think UVXY would be going up. We're about to head into the most volatile time of the year, the day before earnings season. And look where UVXY is, the low of the year. The stock can't catch a bid. It's a worthless piece of shit. Always. Always. That's why when UVXY is going up, you got to be really taking notice of it, because that's an indictment on the health of the market, because this fucker never goes up. So if you're afraid, don't be. Right now, there's really no reason to be. But you know what's great about what we're doing now? We pretty much own nothing, coming in every day looking for something to do. So we've been trading WTW and Bed Bath & Beyond on the long side lately, but do we own it? Hell no. So when we came in today, watching WTW and Bed Bath & Beyond getting smoked, we're looking to buy them. A couple of guys had some decent trades on them. And of course, Lyft, right? I was hoping to see it rip all the way back down to 60, but there was a moment in there that was pretty good. So let me try to pull the chart up on US Steel and Lyft. I'll show you why we bought it. And that'll be it, because I'm not going to bore you by sitting here and talking shit when I look to do 2 trades and then I run. And then I try to find people that would love to do what I do, 2, 3 trades every day, high probability of success, and then run. I don't have any illusions of knowing where Bed Bath & Beyond's bottom is, or where they're going to be 3 years from now, or whether or not Lyft goes out of business or goes back to $87 a share. I don't give a shit. I just want my dimes, quarters, maybe 40 cents here and there, 50 cents on one of these. Maybe I'll hang on to a Tiger or, a TW. And until Tiger breaks down, I'm going to hold my last shares. Until TW breaks back under 39.50, I'm going to own it. It's not like I give a shit about TW. I don't know what TW is. Tradeweb? Who gives a shit? Lyft? They're a worthless company. By definition, the company's worthless, right? They lose money, more money every quarter. That's not how business succeeds. You're supposed to make money. You don't lose more and more and more and more. Inevitably, they go out of business. And we're back. What's up, y'all? If you're on the YouTube right now, I'm broadcasting live. And let's go talk about US Steel. So let's see if I can get this bad boy to work, and we'll show you the one and done. And one thing about US Steel is I hate that stock. Hey, good morning, good afternoon. I hope I didn't interrupt anybody. But if you did hang on to that Lyft, by the way, I apologize, I guess. 40 cents on Lyft. Obviously, you could have made a lot more there. But you know what? You get 30, 40 cents out of it. Fantastic. And right now, we were just talking about the folly of UVXY. Let me reiterate to you guys in the room one more time. This is the moment today, April 11th, 2019, should be the most volatile moment in the history of your life. But here we are, UVXY is crashing, and there's no volatility to be found. You know why? Because it's all bullshit. We're going into earnings season today, tomorrow. This should be the most frightening part of the year ever. We've just rallied for 4 straight months out of a we crashed at the end of 2018. We had this inexplicable government intervention rally as always. They take the market back up to all-time highs. Nobody on earth predicted this. Goldman Sachs still telling us that we should have been in cash. Goldman Sachs, remember, end of December, expect more to start 2019. It could be the worst year ever. You want to be in cash. Goldman Sachs is what they were telling us at the end of the year. So they got it wrong. Everybody got it wrong. Most people got it wrong. I got it wrong. but I don't care because I'm liquid since September, so it doesn't matter to me where the market goes. Forgot what I was about to say? All right, everybody's wrong about everything. But UVXY, people, if there was ever a time where common sense would come into play, well, earnings season's coming along. This market's just rallied pretty much to start the entire year. Shit, there's going to be some fireworks going on now. Maybe we should be buying volatility products. You're wrong. And you're wrong. And you're wrong. And you're wrong. And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying that's the wrong way of thinking. Because I used to think that. And I've been proved wrong by losing money. And today, another indictment on how wrong you are. This would be the time, logically, to protect your portfolio. Maybe sell some calls. Maybe buy some volatility products. It makes so much sense, but it's wrong. Nothing makes sense except VWAP, fear, greed, and range breaks. And that's why we're liquid right now, except for little dribs and drabs of some of these IPOs. And that's about it. You know, I got some TW, got some Tiger. I still got my lift from this morning that I got, you know, what I got. Now I got 12 shares on. I love trading stocks that have gotten their asses kicked, like WTW, like PDD, and for instance, US Steel today, which definitely got its ass kicked as of late, PCG. So what was the other? Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond. We've been trading that stock pretty well over the last couple of weeks after it got its ass kicked and made a decent comeback. So that's it. It's just a circle. You find another ass kicking, play with that one for a couple of days. Maybe it gets better. Maybe it gets worse. Because look at WTW now. Oh, boy.
But I thought you said that was a good one.
For trading. And now that it's going to roll over and die, see ya.
But it was $80 just 3 months ago, Warlock. How could it go lower?
It's my favorite question. Thank you for asking that. Because all stocks are worthless, voice in my head. And just because it was 80 doesn't mean it's a good buy here at 18. It's going to go to 0.
No, it's not.
What do you know? You know nothing. And once you admit that, $80 stocks that go to 18, you'll realize are not good buys. They're good buys when they start to go back up and they start showing you reasons to buy. I don't want to own WTW. You telling me this thing's not going to break down to 18 and go to 17.50 and then to 15 and then 12 and then 9 and then $3?
But Oprah! But Oprah! Oprah!
What? Give a shit about Oprah? You think Oprah Winfrey still owns the stock? She got in at $22 and sold it at 80 to you. Oprah's one of they. You know that shit. Sup, man? Hey, I called you, bro. That guy. Oprah's one of them. You're one of them. You're one of them. I was over there. Now I'm over here. All right, calm down. What's your name? Bill. Clay. Anybody know what movie that's from? Come on. You're one of them. Come on, you movie nerds. Gave that shit away. Hans. Think I'd give you a loaded weapon? You were saying. Come on. You guys stink. Anyway, yeah, so seriously, why am I shooting the shit like this right now? Because the trading day for me is over. Oprah owned stock in WTW. She took over the company back at like $14 a share. Don't you remember that big news? Ran that bitch up to $80 and crashed it. Oh, did you see what WTW is doing right now? You see how I say if it breaks 18? These guys are already short. Look at this, man. Come on. You know you're crushing this thing right now. Come on. If you had to trade something, right? you go in the direction of the stock. That's why Bed Bath & Beyond, no matter how much it tries to bounce today, sentiment on that stock right now has completely shifted. These people are angry. They're pissed. They don't want to know about dollar cost averaging. But if it doesn't break the VWAP, then I'm not going short anymore. And Bed Bath & Beyond is hanging in there. Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at. Its arms can reach you. Let's see. Ready? Let's see if this works on the fly. Check this out. Now, if this switches over to the charts, I will be very pleased. I will be very amazed. Did it work? Tell me, did it work? Look, U.S. Steel busting down now. Good. We don't own it. Fantastic. My Triceratops, it's working. All right. I got a little bit of a fuzzy screen. Let's go. If we change it to quality, full blast HD. Ooh, look at that. What are we looking at? Bed Bath & Beyond. It's crazy. Now, you see, as much as I think the stock probably goes lower because the angry longs will want revenge by shorting it, there's really no reason to be short now. Because check this out, home pieces. You see how it double, triple, quadruple bottomed at the 1 minute VWAP and then broke the top of the new range? Now, if you're long this stock, now you got a new out, 1773, right? And now right underneath that. So there's your, if you're still long, you are now safe and secure. Not saying it's not going to go down, but now you know if it starts to roll over, you don't let it go back below 74. You don't let it break 67. And if you want to let it really breathe, the 1 minute VWAP trailing. There's your 3 outs if you really want to own this thing. All right, but right now, for some reason, UGAZ is in play. What the fuck? UGAZ? There's a way to ruin your whole day, right? UGAZ. Hold on a second. Whoa. And we're buying UGAZ, I guess. Oh, we're in UGAZ, and we're buying it. Oh, boy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. I hate trading UGAZ. I'm already scared for my life. Oh, my God. I got to change my diaper. Hold on a second. Oh, and my diaper's full. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, there goes the depends. Oh, man. Oh, geez Louise. Well, I had 30 there for a second. And how to ruin a day. UGAZ. Yeah, well, back to being flat. And now I'm losing money. Oh, now I'm making money. UGAZ. Probably shouldn't trade this and try to talk at the same time, right? Well, at least I got a decent price. Oh, now I'm down a dime. Oh, now I'm down more. All right. Ouch. There went a dime. All right. I sold half of it for a loss.
Don't jump into shit as soon as it starts to move.
I caught a good price there. I was up money for a second. All right, I sold a little bit for a loss. I'm in at 29.85. Who cares? What do I got? It's not going to change my life. Wasn't about to go full balls deep into UGAZ and ruin my day. By the way, trading UGAZ and UVXY, you got to realize at this point, most of the time you're going to lose money. But when UGAZ goes green, it usually works, and it did. But no human being is that fast. I didn't even get a chance to put an offer out at $30 before it even went back below 30. But hey, look, it's coming back. UGAZ. So now, what was that spike down price? That's your out 63. Well, that didn't work. I got 100 shares. 63 is my out. Moving on. But anyway, what were we talking about? What the hell were we just talking about before I got distracted by losing money on UGAZ? Where the hell's my coffee? Where the hell are we? Oh, we were talking about WTW breaking 18 and Lyft hanging in there. It's near 60 and U.S. Steel. So let me show you that U.S. Steel trade. I got distracted by UGAZ. That trade normally does work pretty well, especially when it goes green. All right, we're back going down a dime now. All right. All right, we got our stop in. We don't have to watch it now. So let's take a look at US Steel, right? I hate this freaking stock, right? Absolutely despise it. But one of our fellas in the room said, I know you hate it, but it's trying to come out of a 52-week low pattern, and you love the ass crack VWAP break. So right there, my friends, is what you're talking about, and this is how you make a living, trading 15, 20-cent moves. Check it out. Here's your VWAP. This is we're talking about the 15-minute range, right? For 15 minutes, the stock basically chopped up and down. Kind of got your ass crack right there. Usually it's one peak. Here you got 1, 2, 3, 4 cracks. But you dip, you rally, you dip, you don't break new lows. You get back over the VWAP. You're not convinced yet, but then when it breaks back above the opening range, buy it. Buy it. And if you can name that movie, I'll give you $1. And you didn't even know that other movie? Come on. Bill Clay. What's wrong with you people? Hey, look at this. We're back in business here on you guys. Come on, baby. Anyway, take a look at this US Steel trade, right? So Bing, you're in from 1685, right? Ming, you buy some at 1685 as a smidgen, right? And you're using the VWAP as your out, 10-cent risk on a $17 stock. If you can't do that, you probably don't want to be day trading. And then it starts to take off. So, hey, all right, I'll buy a little bit more at 1690, looking for the 17. And look at this. We hit 1699, looked like maybe we weren't going to do anything more. And then we broke 17, and we're already selling it into this move. Yeah, we left a little bit on the table, but who cares? Look what it did. It almost got to the first multi-day VWAP, which was originally our target. But I was selling into this, and then I put a stop on it. I wound up getting stopped out of the rest at 1704 on the way down here. But now look, you rolled over and you reverted right back down to the 1 minute. And now US Steel's doing what it normally does, suck. So our job is to just take these high probability moments and just make money on this right there. Couple thousand shares, you buy 200, 300 here, 300 here. You add 1,000 when you're feeling really comfortable about it. You start selling it into that $17 break. You make $220 total on the whole thing, and there's a day's pay, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you could do that 1 or 2, 3 times without losing money on you guys, and I'll show you some more VWAP trades. So here is Lyft, L-Y-F-T, right? Same kind of situation, right? The only thing different about this one is, again, gapped up, rolled over, stock sucks, but then it caught some love down at the low 60s. I was looking for it to hit 60 specifically. But then, because it was breaking the VWAP, and I know for a fact that nobody wants to stay short something breaking the VWAP and simultaneously breaking a whole number, I gave it a shot there. 61, you're breaking the VWAP, you're breaking the whole number. And look at that. You rip 40 cents. You know what that is? 200 shares. You make $80. So tack that onto the US Steel trade. Maybe you made 160, 180, 220. Maybe you made $80 on a Lyft trade. Guess what? That's another day in my life that I don't have to get a real job. And I own Tiger Woods, right? Look at Tiger Woods now. Oh, come on. You feel it, right? This is what a good IPO looks like. Let me show you what a good IPO looks like that nobody's talking about. This is Tiger. This is the Robin Hood of China, people. All right? The Robin Hood of China. I don't give a shit what they call it. The stock is obeying every IPO, or dare I say, I'll use the word good IPO. Here's your 20-day chart. No, let me show you let me just show it to you on just a regular chart here. Here's your 10-day chart, right? Things out, what has it been out for? It's been out for more than 20 days. So let's put it on let's look at every day. Look at this chart. This is your lifetime chart on Tiger, right? First day was already exceptional because stocks that break over 8 generally get to 10. We got paid that day and we decided to hold it, right? And then you just got a fresh new triple top breakout. And then 10 usually gets you 1250. So he's like, all right, let's hang on for 1250. And then we got 1250 for a couple of days. And we're like, all right, if it breaks 1250, let's look for 15. So then you got to 15. And that was where we started to sell it because why not? We're in from 950 and 1050. And we're still in the stock because why? It never broke back down. 1386 is our out on the rest. And for now, all it's done is consolidate for 4 days. And now we're busting back out again. There's no reason to sell this. You are now 10 cents away from all-time highs. So if Tiger Woods breaks 1660, it's going to 1750. That's just the way the market works. So, I'm not telling you to go out there and buy 10,000 shares of this thing 100% higher from the IPO day. But this is how you trade IPOs. And by the way, I did lose on the UGAS. All right, what can I do? I can't make money on every trade. But if I just lost $21.76, it's not going to be the end of the world. If you guys would have pulled back, broke back over 30.07, I would have bought more. But then look at WTW, bitches, right? Oh, it can't go any lower. Shut up. You know nothing. It's a worthless piece of shit. Just because a stock was $80 3 months ago doesn't mean it can't go to zero. We'll be picking bottoms. Look at the stock. It was $105. Now it's at $18. You think it's a good buy? No, it's a good buy at $9.75. It's not going to $9.75. Shut up. Yes, it is. Why wouldn't it go there? You know something I don't know? Here's your 20-year chart on WTW. There's your 20-year chart. Why isn't it going back to test these lows right here? 1287. Let's give it some. Let's give it some chance. 1625. And then if you bust that, you got no real support till 1275. 1275. Why would you want to own it here? Even if it doesn't go to 1275. You're not getting in the way of this demise of this company. They sell shitty food for 50 years. Oprah took the company over. They ran the fucker thing to 105. They got all paid. They all got rich on the backs of the unsuspecting victims. And these people are still probably dollar cost averaging. Oh, come on. If Oprah owns it, it can't go out of business. Why not? WTW at 18 was an easy short. And this is a stock that we've been kicking ass on the long side for weeks. So let's go show you on the day chart, right? Let's take a look on the daily, right? Here. Where's my boy Dan Banks? This would have been a tough short, actually. Let me tell you, right here. Because you had to have complete faith in the VWAP. Let me show you why I mean. Here is your 1 minute with the multi-day trade right there. See it? Your first ticks, obviously it's downgraded, so it's down. Tries to rally, breaks the opening range. You kind of had a moment where you could have made money on the long trade, as a matter of fact. And then it rolls over. The negativity continues, breaks the bottom of the range, and now you're using the VWAP as your out. Right here, if you shorted it at 1835, you had one moment where you thought, oh, God, this is going to be bad. But did it get bad, kids? It didn't, because it never broke over the VWAP. And that was your convincing moment to stay short, and look what happened. Once it can't get over the VWAP, the shorts are still in control, and you want to hammer this fucker. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I got really not much more to say. I mean, come on. This is limbo day. Why is this limbo day? Because tomorrow, earnings start rolling in. JP Morgan, a couple more banks. Next week, Citibank, Goldman Sachs, and it's on like Donkey Kong. Whatever the hell that means. And now take a moment to reflect on the demise of UVXY at all times, right? It never goes up. So if there was some real fear out there, if they knew these earnings seasons were gonna be terrible, don't you think they would be buying some volatility right now? Maybe some VIX products, maybe protecting themselves. And that's where I stand right now. I have to just accept what the market's telling me. The market's telling me everything's fine right now until proven guilty. Do I want to own stocks in this market? Hell no. But if you do, you shouldn't be in a panic for any reason. But the miracle of miracles is that the market could stay strong. The Dow, your Qs, your SPYs. Do me a favor. Try to pick 4 stocks right now. No. I'll make it easier. Pick 3 stocks. Let me know how you do at the end of next week, next month, and 3 months from now compared to what the Dow Jones is doing. Chances are you're not going to do any better. You'll do a lot worse. And that's the craziest part about this market. Very hard to pick individual winners in a market that seems to only go up. It's freakish. And that's why we're liquid, baby. So anybody got something you want to look at? DAL maybe? We were looking at that as a short before, right? But do we stay short stocks that hold the VWAP and break the opening range? Where's my new student, right? Even though we were thinking maybe this could be a short, got back below the VWAP, we're thinking here comes the roll, but we were looking to short it if it broke back down under this range. And all it did was hold the VWAP, break back above the half number. So not only was this not a short, it became a long because we let the market tell us what to do. Never force these trades. Just like you suckers who own Ameren. So basically, if you own Ameren, now going back to September, you're basically still break even. So yeah, owning stocks, yeah, it's fantastic. Stock's been 12, it's been 22, it's been 17, it's been 20, it's been 12, it's been 20. So if you traded it decently a couple of times, you're doing a lot better than the investor. Waste of time. Owning stocks, waste of time. You know what else is a waste of time? You guys. Thank God I sold that one. Ooh. See, again, who cares? You get in, you got your pop. I didn't take my profit, wound up taking a loss. Who cares? It's one trade. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. But right now, oil, energy, still hanging in there. Your APAs, your APCs, your MROs, your WLLs. That's why U.S. Steel kind of appealing again down here. They tried to shake out, got back down to the same exact price that we were in from earlier. So now if you're a buyer of U.S. Steel, what are you doing? Risk reward at least is in your favor again. So if you're a fan, you got down to the VWAP, you're hanging in there. And this might not be a bad spot to pick it up again. Because now you know where you're selling it at least. Even if the trade doesn't work, just say you're buying it here at 91, 1691. Here's certainly, you're talking about a 4-cent risk. Even if the trade doesn't work, the most you're losing here is 4 cents. So now it's up 3 more cents, but you're risking a dime now. If it was to break that double bottom, 1687, and then break back into that earlier range at 1685, you're done. I mean, I'm not doing this trade right now because I'm cashed out for the day, and sucks that my last trade was a loss, but it's all right. What you got, buddy? Actually, Bank of America. Bank of America is just awful on every level of existence. The only time I trade Bank of America, the only time I look at Bank of America is earnings day. I will look at Bank of America during earnings season. JP Morgan, they're not going to run JP Morgan, Citibank, and the rest of the banks with them all just tagging along. The Bank of America is just, it's just watching paint dry most of the time, you know? And right now it's a short, or it was a short. So here you held the VWAP, you tried to bounce, didn't recapture any new highs, rolls back over, you're shorter at 29.35, and looks like you're headed back down to that bottom range where it came from. But again, you're talking about a stock that usually the whole day is in a 20-cent range. Just awful. How do I feel about Peloton going public? What is Peloton? Is it drugs? Peloton, is that a health company that they make like bikes and stuff? Is that the company that makes those bikes where you get the TV on the bike? Or am I thinking something completely different? And now, well, something completely different. Peloton, I feel the same way about every IPO that comes out. They're all worthless. And I'm not joking. What is an IPO? I've got a very successful company. Me and Schmitty just put this company together 12 years ago. We made so much money. We're kicking so much ass. Why would we want to share it with the public? Or maybe me and Schmitty have made enough money. We think the company is kind of running out of steam. So we want to dump our shares on the unsuspecting victims of the market. Maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't, but we're going to get paid. That's what an IPO is. You think they're being really, you think the company owners are being generous? Hey, why don't we share our success with the public? Yeah, that's what they're thinking. Come on. Shit, we're doing so well. Why don't we just spread the wealth? Yeah, come on. But every once in a while, you get these IPOs that, again, people want to own them. Tiger Woods, man. And even this bitch, look at that thing. Pop, drop. But man, this breaks 1660 and it doesn't go to 1750. Free hats for everybody. And then this one, which is a little bit more hard to hold because it's pretty violent most of the time. TW. It was at all-time highs pre-market. You're not seeing it here. When it breaks 41.20, it'll go to 42.50. And if it goes to 42.50, it's going to go to 45. And if it goes to 45, you will see TW, whatever they do, be at $50. So I'd rather not try picking bottoms on a lift like you're thinking about buying at 55. Why not wait to see if it holds 60? Because yesterday lift was lower, right? And then I got to get back to WTW because that was exciting just now. Wow. So here's your lift, right? Not only do I want to see it break back down and see 60 today, I want to see 59.75. I need to see the lows tested before any type of swing trade idea. Prices generally do stay around the VWAP. So you get reversions. If a stock's getting its ass kicked and starts to creep back to the VWAP, usually you're looking to buy because it'll at least test the VWAP from underneath. A little tickle you. Well, I don't want to get too graphic, but you guys understand what I was about to say. A little how's your father? And you'll get the kiss back. It'll kiss the VWAP and sometimes gets rejected. But then if it's a short that people are done shorting, you're going to get right through the VWAP like Restoration Hardware did 3 or 4 days ago. And next thing you know, the stock's off to the races. So there's 4 or 5 ways that you trade the VWAP. It's depending on where the range is being broke from. And then you got the multi-day VWAP. And all that will be covered today, Saturday. I'm doing a 5-hour class. Sometimes it lasts longer. All we're talking about is chart patterns, how to find these trades, and what to do to prepare for them. And I'm going to drill this stuff into your skulls. If you're interested, email me, thewarlock@hitthebid.com. You guys out there in the YouTube world. Members, obviously, you're all welcome. Passwords will be going out in the next couple of days. And then it's basically putting this stuff to proper use. So let's go back to that U.S. Steelbook that was flirting with the VWAP. Let's see if it held it. Wrong stock. Basically doing, this is what we call squadouche. And on that note, I'll be right back. I need some more death coffee. Okay. All right. What was I talking about before I left? As soon as I walk out of the room, my entire brain just goes blank. I don't know if that's a thing, but definitely a thing for me. Is that the first sign of dementia or senility? Or am I just a burnout pothead? As soon as I leave the room, as soon as I hit the other room, I was like, what did I even come in here for? I knew there was coffee, but I had something else. And then I came back in here. I was like, what was I going to talk about? I think it was WTW, right? And the idea of half numbers and whole numbers. Oh, yeah, that's what I want to talk about. Oh, my God. And this is what we call reversion trade also. So here, check out WTW for a second, right? You guys on Yachtib. It doesn't always have to be exactly around the VWAP. You see this range that it formed right here at 1781. You see how it hit it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You like that, right? 10 freaking times it hit it and bounced, and then it gave it up. Oh, then you got to be thinking 1781, chances are you're going to where? Half number, whole numbers. 1750, one of the most significant prices in all of stock trading. Please turn to page 4 in the brochure. It explains why. What page? Page 4 in the brochure. Why 1750 is one of the most pivotal prices in all of stock trading. James knows what I'm talking about. 1750 on the way down, huge, because you might be headed back down to 15. 1750 on the way back up, because you might be graduating into the 20s. It's a huge price. Options also, huge price, 1750. Even when options didn't have weeklies, they only had monthlies. 1750 was every stock had options at 1750. And it remains a very significant price. So when you see a stock getting hammered down to 1750, you got to be thinking maybe they'll put up a fight there. Guess what? These WTW players said, you know what? Let's see if it gets to 1750. If it hangs in there, maybe I'll buy some with a 5-cent risk. Guess what? These fellas just got paid. And I know, if you're thinking, oh, okay, well, it just bounced 40 cents. That's no big deal. Isn't it? That's all this game's about right now. High quality setups and taking the money. So if you're buying here at 55 with a 5-cent risk and you get right back to 1785, you're already selling it here. Now you're looking for the 18. My offer would be out at 1799. But now if you break back above the top of this range, look where you just got to. You're kind of right back into that range. Let's call it 1802. So now if you can come out of that bottom and then break another range, that's when you start looking for the reversion all the way back to test the VWAP, the kiss from underneath. But right now, if you're long, let's say you were that guy, you're not letting it roll back over under that last range that it came from. So 1780 would be your out. You're looking for more, but you're not going to be stupid about it. And that's trading, not being stupid about it. Because most of us are stupid about most stuff that we do. And if you own TW, that's another new all-time high, kids. Yeah, baby. Now, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so. T-freaking-W. No idea what it is, but it held the VWAP, and you broke a range, and you're breaking whole numbers, and you're breaking all-time highs. And if this stock doesn't go to 4250, if TW does not go to 4250 sooner, I would say 4250 before you see 4016. How about that? Put it on the books. Ready? I'll put it in the post. Free hats. Well, I only have one hat left, but free hat. If this thing doesn't go to 4250 before seeing 4017, I will eat that one hat. Because this is how the market works. I have no idea what TW is, but everybody wants some, so I want some too. Everybody wants some, right? I don't give a shit about what this thing is. I love the name of the company, Trade Web. Why wouldn't you want to own it? And you see how it held the VWAP? The shorts are like, oh no, I guess it's not going down. Free hat, free hat. That's an old school one. And if you are watching the market right now, which I know you are, UVXY, new lows. And you see, kids? You see, kids? You see, kids? The market doesn't have to be strong. It could even be weak. It could be confusing. UVXY sucks. It always goes down. Oh my God, UVXY. Do you believe me? I mean, the last trade I had on this stock was in the 40s when I covered everything. I wanted to go liquid. I couldn't afford legitimately to hold, 120 naked calls left. It ate up my entire buying power because they changed the margin requirements on UVXY naked call selling. And I just can't afford it. I wish I could. Stock goes down every freaking week. And the puts are too expensive, and you time the puts wrong, and you lose money. And it's very depressing to lose money on something that goes down all the time, and you're short, and somehow you lost money. So it's more of a watch in just amazement trade right now, how they just destroy this thing every freaking day. But TW hitting new highs. We're involved. Oh, we're involved. I wish in a bigger way, but at least it's going high. It's crazy. So, Abe, if you're out there, I called you. I didn't get a call back. I get very insulted. I don't like to be ghosted. If Angela's out there, thanks for getting back to me. But Angela, if you want to know, we're doing a Saturday class. It's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. 6 hours of VWAP till your eyes bleed. And all the death coffee you could drink. At $18.99 a pound I paid for this thing. I can't wait to have a full 100% Death Wish coffee cup tomorrow. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, what happened? The market's starting to accelerate to the downside. Did I say something wrong? You guys out on YouTube? What are you guys doing? Give me some more ideas. Give me something to look at. I don't know, but it's Death Wish coffee, the world's strongest coffee bean. Uber forever. What's up, my man? Or ladies? I assume everybody's a guy because what ladies want to do this to themselves, right? And there's your WTW. Damn it. There's your half to the whole. That, my friends, is how you trade. You don't have any illusions or delusions. You don't care about what the stock does, where they're going tomorrow or next week. If they come out of a range, buy it because you'll get to the top of the next range. Hello. And there's a nice miss. I mean, look, if I was watching WTW 20 minutes ago, I probably would have said, hey, let's buy some here at 1760 with a 1755 stop. GLG, Glog. I don't know, but that WTW trade was pretty sweet. Let's see. Wait, let me go. Pay X. Hang on. Will Tesla succeed? I have been the biggest champion of Tesla since 2007. I am done with that stock. I do not care. I love their cars. I love everything about their cars. I love Elon Musk smoking weed when he's on a news conference. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wouldn't want to own the stock. I want them to completely give up on it. Let me see it at 185 and everybody's finally really freaking out. Then it becomes more interesting to me. No one's freaking out yet. We've been here before. This is that moment where everybody says, oh, this time is different. We're breaking down, and it never breaks down. So I'd like to see it break down. But for now, TW, pretty sweet. So Tesla, I don't know what Postmate is, but TW, come on. TW new highs. If TW doesn't get to 42.50 today, I'll eat my hat. If it doesn't go to 42.50 right now, I'll eat my hat. Come on, TW. I know a little bit about this game, brothers and sisters. I know a little bit about it. Staring at screens for 25 years, I know a little bit about how the game's played. And that's why WTW was a buy. After I was just saying how this thing could go to 12 bucks, next thing you know, it's a day trade buy. I don't know. I have an app. My website has an app, actually. So when I'm doing a trade, now that the Minotaur is here, we're going to be putting our trades into the app, and you get to hear my stupid voice, and you get an alert saying the Warlock loves WTW at 1760 with a target of 1805. And then when it goes to 1805, you say, wow, how the hell did he do that? And then I say TW, if it breaks 40, it's going to go to 42.50. And then it goes to 42.50. And you say, how the hell did he do that? And then I say, I'm the Warlock. The dotted line, which one? Dotted one up there is your multi-day VWAP. So that's calculating depending on your time frame. This is giving us VWAP from yesterday's aftermarket, yesterday's action, and yesterday's prior opening range, and today's prior opening, pre-opening, and collecting today's data as well, combining it all and putting it into a special dotted orange line to give us a target. So the idea is if the squeeze really took place here and you get out of the bottom through the top of this range, back to your VWAP, chop around. Usually you're going to get to your VWAP here and you'll chop around. And then if you break through the VWAP, that's when you start looking for a multi-day VWAP run. But right now, really no reason to think that's about to happen. And if you're in this thing, you're selling right here because you've won. There's no reason to sell all your WTW right now if you're in it. But right now, it's all about TW, son. Postmates is like Grubhub. Oh, God, short it. Oh, by the way, I've been wrong about Grubhub. I thought it was another one of those worthless companies. But TW, people. Oh, I'm going to put my kids through college here. TW, 30 cents away. I'm thinking maybe I'll sell 9 shares when it gets to 50, when it gets to 42.50, just so I could say I sold some at 42.50. But you're at 42.23, kids. Yes. There is no stop, and there is no spoon, and there is no God. I don't have a stop on this thing. I'm just riding the wave right now. But if you had to put a stop on TW, sell it. There's your stop. If you're scared about owning it, it just went parabolic. The only logical area to put a stop in is this candle right there, 41.89. That's it. You can't put stops on these crazy IPO illiquid psychopathic stocks because, you know, TW the other day, I'm in at 40, it breaks 40, pulls back, and it's chopping around. And next thing you know, they ripped it down $1. And I had to stop on 100 of my shares at the half. They took my 100, it went down another quarter, and then proceeded to go right back up to hit new highs at the end of the day. So it's tough. It's not even a day trade for me. I'm thinking 42.50, I'm hanging on. Breaks 42.50, I'm hanging on it for another day. Breaks 42.50 today, I'm looking 45. And that's it. That's how IPOs work. And I know a little bit about things. It just does. And if it doesn't go to 42.50 today, somebody's getting that free hat. By the way, I called this WTW on the $41 break, if you weren't paying attention.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But you're too scared to trade it because it's so expensive and scary.
I know. But you put 200 shares on, stock goes up $1.50, you make $300. Who cares, right? It's $300. I like $300. I like money. Man, I love this coffee, man. I haven't stopped talking in about an hour and a half straight. Fucking like Daffy Duck losing my shit in that cave. 30 on the bid now. 30 on the bid, son. Look, if you want to sell here at 42.30 and not wait for 42.50, be my guest. You're up $1 on the trade, right? UVXY still collapsing. Market's never going down. Hot IPO, right? This ain't no lift. But if you want to take profits right now, I would also say, not only do I think it could go to 42.50, even though we've won this trade already, if it doesn't go to 42.50 exactly, there's an equal chance that this stock goes to 41.85 in the next 10 minutes as there is that this thing goes to 42.50 and beyond. That's it. Because look at this move it just had. If you think this can't correct in 2 ticks down to 41.85, you're insane. But right now, I want you all to worship my feet because I told you it would go to 42.50. And that was me selling it to you at 42.48, 100 shares. Who is the greatest trader in the world? Say it. Show enough. Who is the master? Show enough. Who is the master? How about that 42.50? All right, guys, my day is done. Nothing left for me to prove. I just willed that stock with my mind from 41.02 to 42.50. This is if my microphone didn't cost $300, I'd be dropping it right now. But I'll make a noise that sounds like a microphone dropping, and I'll be back. 42.50, people. 42.50, right there, live. I am the Last Dragon. I am Show Enough. You guys happy out there in YouTube world? I blessed you with one of my trades there. And I have not lost money yet. Except for that you guys, of course. And I lost $22.77 or whatever. Doesn't matter now. Who is the master? You know, not for nothing, that 42.50 print was pretty special. Now, man, no, it's actually even more exciting. This WTW trade. I mean, that was pretty special too, but I wasn't in that one. And all that came after losing 20-something, what did I lose? 20-something bucks on that UGAS trade? Doesn't matter. And that's a big part of trading, people. There's going to be another trade 5 minutes from now, maybe 5 days from now. Don't hold your losers. Cut them off and be done. And now I'm going to show you guys on YouTube my fancy new tattoo that I've got the evil eyeball of the warlock looking down at my demon warrior who's slaying the bull and bear. The piece is now complete. You guys want to see it? Go on YouTube right now. I'm going to show you my TW has calls. Nah, that for now the trade is over. I got 2 shares left. 42.50 was the goal. I legitimately have 2 shares left. 2, whopping 2 shares because I like keeping it on my ticker. Because I tell you, no matter how much we love TW right now, 3 days from now we won't even remember this. We'll be looking at Citibank and Bank of America and Goldman Sachs. Oh my God, the earnings reports are coming out. And then TW will be at $50. We'll be like, oh shit, remember that one? And that's trading. But right now, I could have paid for a lot of people's lifetime subscriptions. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. 52.50 is going to fall right now. Look how they're holding it there. Isn't that sick? You don't believe in algorithms? Look how they're holding it there at 52.50. Wow. And she's through. She's through with very, very, very little fanfare. It's got to go 52.50. It's got to go 42.50 bid to confirm. It hasn't gone 50 bid yet. 47 bid. Look at that. They won't put 50 on the bid. Call me, son. That's you, right? Abe? Or maybe not Abe. Call me. Operator is standing by. 49 on the bid. Look at them. They're toying with it right now. They're teasing you. 50 on the bid makes it a whole different thing. Come on. The algos need it. They need that 50 bid. See that? They won't put 50 on the bid. Wow. It's exciting. Look at that. Totally algorithmic. They don't want to put 50 on the bid because then it becomes a whole new stock. And everybody will come rushing in. Come on, crash it back down now to 41.85. Maybe do this trade again. Oh, okay, Abe. I knew it was you. All right. Well, if you've been watching these live videos over the last couple of weeks, I haven't done many of them, but I've made money. There's 50 on the bid. It's a new stock, kids. It's a new world. TW, 50 on the bid. I'm not saying jump in with $1 million here, but now you've officially crossed over 42.50. Forgot what I was saying now, so I'm going to just go get some oatmeal. All right, I still got a whopping couple of hundred, two shares, and rock and roll. No reason to sell it is what I'm saying, if you still got some. And if you notice that this market just, nobody's selling it. It's amazing. But if you own stocks, chances are you might not be having a good day. Live for the day, own the day, rinse and refresh. B to the B to the B to the Y. Where is it now? Let's take a look. One more for the road. I can't get it to come up now. Yeah, I mean, it's still hanging in there. Now that it kind of spiked and died, this is, you're still using that same area of concern. I mean, for me, the trade's over, but if you still own it, you could raise your stop to 82, you know? But most of the stuff is for day trades only. I like Tiger and TW because they're fresh IPOs that haven't stopped going up yet. Why sell them? You know, you just broke into a new range of 40, got your 4250, and the 4250s are falling beneath our swords. Now your TW is legit. So now there's no way you let this thing fall back all the way to 4185, right? If you're still in TW, right? Now you would never let it go back below all the way down here. You want to take where that last range break was. So now you raise your stop to 4222. So now if you're still in TW for the day, your new stop is 4222. All right. But Bed Bath & Beyond, they lost money and the stock went up. No, it didn't. The stock is getting smoked. It went up after they talked about how they're what are those guys called that take over half the company? The activists. So the activists got involved. They ran the stock to sucker people out of their money into the 20s yesterday, and then they crashed the stock when the real numbers came out. Bed Bath & Beyond finally, after all this awfulness, the awfulness now has been confirmed with their first losing quarter, I think, in a million years. For me, it's just letters and prices. Who they? I think we're on the wrong page, Bubble Tea. What you talking about, Willis? Bed Bath & Beyond is getting hammered today, but it became a buy once it found some support. Yeah, I wouldn't. Well, listen, you're preaching to the choir. Owning stocks, the dumbest thing you'll ever do. This is a trading market. The only reason I got the only reason I got TW and Tiger on is because they're going up every day. Why would I sell it? Right now, they're in blue sky breakouts, fresh IPOs. Everybody wants some. Cue the music. Everybody wants some. 4250 just got you to 43. If you break 43, you know where you're going on TW? 45. And bankruptcy is bullish in this market. PCG proved that. What was the other company going out of business? Well, actually, WTW a couple of years ago, same situation. WWE, remember they were on the verge of some scary shit. Next thing you know, that stock's up 16,000%. But I just live for the day. I just want to conquer each day and then, you know, not have to worry about WTW and INSG and Clovis and, you know, Box. And I mean, I own nothing. I think I got to check. I think I have 400 shares of Funko. I had 1,000, but I was like, I don't want to own 1,000 shares of anything. I got 400 shares of Funko because I'm an addict. And I just love the stupid dolls. And still got 200 VFF, and that stock blows. I mean, that thing just got disconnected from everything. It wasn't even rallying with the weed stocks yesterday. And anything else? I got no UVXY, no SVXY. I got no Ameren. No CVS, no PCG, no YEX, no KEM, no I got no sale. I got no Bed Bath & Beyond, no WTW. Just looking through my favorite list, I own nothing. It's fantastic. Hain was good for a couple of weeks. So I got TW, Tiger, Funko. There's got to be something else I'm not remembering, but I don't want to start opening up all my platforms. What the hell? Don't I own another stock? Huh. I can't remember right now. Doesn't matter. It's not anything significant. That's my point. Maybe. Usually I'll own 300 shares. I usually buy 100 for my kids and 100 for my wife. Wasn't I getting up and getting a cup of coffee? Did I get up already? I got to eat. All right, boys. Solid Jello. Listen, people, you want to see something impressive? Come into the room right now. All 22 of you guys. Hitthebid.com. Go in there right now. You got 2 more days. Solid Jello, a guy that has been self-taught, just like me. Remember, I was an actor and a stand-up comic before I became a trader, which is still funny to me. Everything we've done here is self-taught. And that's why it really is part of who we are. Everything we've learned is from the School of Hard Knocks. And if you want to see a guy that really has taken it and ran with it, Solid Jello, everybody. Come into the chat room. Hitthebid.com. The password is mywife82. All caps. Put your information in. You got to put your phone number in, and I will call you eventually. Or the Minotaur will call you. I hired a new kid. His name is the Minotaur. I am the Warlock. He is the Minotaur, and anybody that works for me will get some sort of medieval nickname because we are taking over this world. All right, so the Minotaur might be reaching out to you, possibly the Warlock, but for now, I'm going to shut this microphone off, and you're going to listen to Solid Jello talk about all the trades that you probably should have done, but were too scared to. And he's taken VWAP and turned it into a whole new thing with intraday, 1-hourly VWAPs, anti-VWAPs, your mom's VWAP. And I'll be back. And remember, cocaine's a great drug, kid. If you want to talk for 2 straight hours about the stock market, Death Wish coffee with a hint of cocaine. It's fantastic. Guys, you see my tiger? New highs, baby. It's a tough day trade because they keep pulling it back. For a $16 stock to snap back 40 cents, that's a very aggressive move. But if you're a swing trader, you got to put up with that shit. And for this stock not to go to 1750 would be unheard of at this point. But that's why the multi-day VWAPs come into play now. So now I could use today's multi-day as my out, and tomorrow I could use it, and that's what's keeping me in the stock. You're going to sacrifice $1.25 here, but it's a swing trade. I mean, you could look at the bottom tick right here, really kind of is the 1-minute VWAP. So if you're dying to sell this stock, if you're in from 10, I mean, you probably are dying to sell some. I mean, we sold most of it at 15. But if it rolls over and breaks down, you sell the rest. One of these days it will break down and roll over and die because most stocks suck. But maybe this tiger's going to 30. Maybe it's going to 50. I don't know. If it's really what they're describing it as. Imagine this is the Robin Hood of China. And you've got 16 trillion people living in China that all want to day trade. This company's going to $1,000 a share. I don't know, but right now, every pullback's been a buy. Living in China that all want to day trade. Oh, shut up, you. My wife, 82, all caps. Go to hitthebid.com, click login in the right-hand corner, put your email in and your valid phone number because it actually does test to see if it's a real number. And put the password in, and boom, you can hear my boy talking about his favorite chart setups. And let me just make sure he's coming to the microphone. Right now, I'm on still, but I got to eat something. All right, I'll be back. I'm going to let this roll, guys. We're still on a really nice streak. I think that was my first loss live on you guys. Lost 22 cents on basically I took a 11-cent loss on 100 shares and a 22 cents on the other 100. So we ain't talking any real money there. But If you've been in this room, we're in TW from 3750, people. 3750, because 3750 gets you 40, 40 gets you 4250. And now if we could stay above 4250, we'll be looking at 45 tomorrow. And then if we get 45, we're looking for 50 and so forth and so on. And probably want to look to buy more of this thing. But right now, over 4250, over Macho Grande, I'm not really looking to buy more. We need a nice smackdown, scare some people out of it, and then we'll react. I'm letting it run, and I'll be back. I'm gonna get some food. By the way, Salad, if you're not ready to go show your screen, just let me know. I don't even know if you're here, actually. I think you're here. There you are. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good morning. Would have been nice to play that WTW a little bit better. But let me know if you can go on. If not, I'll just keep mine up. Look at the spread in TW now, right? Yeah, they don't want you in. They're just trying to scare you.
Oh, look at the spread. Yeah.
You know, I forgot the reason I came on to show you was my tattoo. I wanted to show you. Finally, after 5 years, I got it complete. Let me see if I can switch this bad boy to the camera again. And camera, chat, screen share. All right, how do I go back to the screen now? Oh, that worked. You can't. So anyway, yeah. Oh, that hurts. That's the evil warlock eye who controls my demon warrior with 2 broadswords. And while the bull and the bear are fighting, I'm sending this guy to fuck both of those guys up. I finally got it done. This shit's sick, right? Wait, actually, is it showing? I'm not sure if it's showing or not. This company's going. Is this thing still live? I'm not sure if it's working anymore. Can I get a sound check for y'all people out there? Man, that thing looks sick. Looks like I got a wound. Fucking nuts. Damn. That shit's crazy. I told my wife I was going in to put her name on my chest, and I came home with that.
What the? You can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery now, Kenny.
By the way, you're all invited to my funeral. It'll be more like a Viking funeral. We're going to go to Sheepshead Bay, put me on a nice raft, send me out into Brighton Beach, and shoot flaming arrows at the raft, and then all sing songs. All right. That's exactly how I want to go out. Yeah. But you know, in all those movies, you never see who cleans that shit up. Like, what if you don't burn all the way? That's got to be a mess, right? Probably the authorities would show up, fire department, they're spraying me down. But man, I would love to go out like that. Take my sword, my one of many swords, lay them on my chest, send me out. Oh, and just everybody chants VWAP in the background. VWAP, VWAP, as I get sent out. By the way, yeah, I got swords all around my house. Because if the bullets run out, because if you want to talk about doomsday, Greg Manarinio, I'm prepared. Let's stop making fun of that guy again. How about, what's his name? Mr. Hunter? That whole crew? Imminent crash. The market's going down. Greg, I'm still waiting for that trading contest. As a matter of fact, I'm waiting for anybody to respond. Tim, Sykes, no? Jason, Bond, no? You don't want to battle me in a trading contest? That's Bob Marley, baby. My whole house is surrounded by Bob Marley, Grateful Dead, and Jaws stuff, and Funko dolls. And that's what I do. That's why I own stock in Funko. I have every freaking Kirk Star Trek doll in my house. And silver. If you guys are out there, I have a question about silver, actually. Has anybody ever developed their own coin? Not like a Bitcoin thing. I've read about these companies. I haven't really gone into full investigation. I want to buy, let's say, $2,000 worth of silver, right? Just a brick of silver. And I believe you could send it to these companies and they will forge your own silver coin with your own design on it. Has anybody ever done that? Because that is awesome. I would love just to make my own crest. You know, put a VWAP with a sword, maybe like a dragon on the back of it, and just forge my own coins. That would be so cool. Looks like they do exist, but I don't know. I've never met anybody that's done it. I've never met anybody that's made money in Forex, and I've never met anybody that's forged their own coins. So if you're out there, I'd like to have a conversation. And if you have a good place to suggest, I want to do that for the holidays. I want to hand out Warlock coins to all my family and friends. You know, I figured like $20 worth of silver each coin. Be awesome. All right. If you guys want to listen in on to some more VWAP talk, my boy's kicking ass right now in the room. I'll see you guys later. WTW. Is it? Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to pay. I mean, it's a one-time thing. I think it would be I think that would be cool. So if you have any suggestions, if anybody knows of a reputable place that does that, I'm interested. I can't believe this day started out by buying U.S. Steel. Wow. Who would have thought? And look how nice that sell was on U.S. Steel now. Oh, bye-bye U.S. Steel. What a piece of shit. All right, I'm going to sign off, guys. Come join us in the room. You got the username. You got the password. He's doing his thing now. I'm going to get on the phone and round up some old folks. All right? Swords and whores for everybody. Have a good one.